Hello, I'm Heather.
And I'm Ryan.
Welcome to the podcast. It's game night, it's sibling rivalry, it's a walk down memory lane, but most importantly, it's politics free.
Guaranteed.
Welcome to round 2 of Stuff Happens. Here's how it works. We have a set of cards. Each one describes a horrible situation and is ranked on a misery index from 1, least miserable, to 100, most miserable. I'll rank 3 cards in the order of their misery index number, and then Ryan will have to correctly place a 4th card in that sequence.
Then we'll turn it around and then it'll be your turn.
That is correct. Whoever's guess is most accurate wins the ever-coveted Gloating Rights Trophy until we play again. Ryan, are you ready for these cards?
I am.
Very good. Card number 1, you're having triplets. 84.5. Somebody really doesn't like children that devised this misery index scale.
Apparently.
Lawnmower mangles foot. 85.
I love how that's right up there with having triplets. I feel like if you're having, well, I guess if you're having triplets and you weren't intending on having kids, I could understand how that would be miserable. But if you were like intentionally having kids, I feel like having triplets would be a little bit lower than that.
Agreed.
Like I'd rather have triplets than mangle my foot. Just saying.
Same. Especially when you consider that in the picture on the card, the foot has been completely severed through the bone.
Oh my goodness.
Card number 3, your best friend marries your ex. 52.
That honestly would not bother me. That would be so low on the misery index for me.
Well, let's see how you feel about you go mute. Where would that fit in with these?
Honestly, I would rather have my foot mangled than go mute.
Okay.
So I'm going to put it at 86.
Oh. Well, I just realized that my math skills have once again failed me completely, where 85 is actually higher than 84.5, and yet I transposed them in the order. So the actual order is lawnmower mangles foot, 85. You're having triplets, 84.5.
Oh!
Your best friend marries your ex, 52.
And here you put it in such a weird order that I assumed it was lower, even though the numbers were right there in front of me. So, you know, you're not alone.
So are you still putting this at an 86, the worst one on the misery index of all of these?
Yeah, absolutely. I would be miserable if I was mute. I think it's higher, but I'm going to go 86 is safe.
Okay. I think I'm with you on that one because you could always get a prosthetic foot.
Right.
But how do you get back your vocal cords? I bet you they have fake vocal cords they can put in people now.
Yeah, and then you sound like this.
And it's super expensive. The prosthetic is less expensive. All right, Ryan, let's...
Well, prosthetics are pretty expensive.
Find out. Should we talk a lot about that? Is that an exciting topic to delve into?
I actually know a guy that lost his leg. I mean, he had a, like, top-of-the-line prosthetic leg where it's got, like, settings on it. It's, like, electronic. So, like, if he's going swimming, he can set it to swimming. If he's riding his motorcycle, he can set it to, like, riding a motor. Like, it's crazy.
Wow.
But it was, like, I think he said it was, like, $100,000.
Oh.
But it was covered because he lost his leg to a work injury. So surprisingly, that prosthetic leg was actually covered through workman's comp, which is surprising to me because I would have figured they'd be like, you just get a stump, bud.
Yeah, they hooked him up. I knew a guy who lost his leg it was in a motorcycle accident. He mainly just used crutches.
Oof.
I don't know what his financial situation was, but I feel like it was on the lower end. So he did have a prosthetic, but he seemed to prefer just using the crutches.
Yeah, because I hear those can get pretty painful, just using prosthetics.
Yes, I have heard that as well.
Let's see where we're at.
You go mute. 95.5.
Ooh, I was so close.
You were 10 points off, but you did place it in the correct order as being worse than all of those other 3 things.
I'm awesome.
You're relatively fine. Yes.
I tolerate you. Anyway, so are you ready for your cards?
I am ready for my cards.
All right. Your spouse has a year-long affair, 86. You lose all hair everywhere, 79.5. Eating cheese doodles on the couch in your underwear, Merry Christmas. What does that even mean?
I have a lot to say about that. Please continue.
58.2. First of all, what's a cheese doodle?
It's cheese puffs. You know, the chips, you get them in a bag, you eat them, they're crunchy, they have cheese powder all over them, they get cheese powder all over your fingers. They're like Cheetos, like fluffy Cheetos.
How is that so high on the misery index when you put yourself in that situation?
Well, I think the connotation is that you are alone and miserable because...
Oh, because it's Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I get it now.
However, I would 100% eat cheese doodles on the couch in my underwear on Christmas. Sounds great to me. Let the kids run around.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
They can have cheese doodles in their underwear. In fact, I feel a Christmas tradition coming on right now.
Nice. You show those experts. You show them.
That's right.
So, Heather.
Yes.
You have to place cricket making noise in your room all night.
Oh. Okay, let's back it up to lose all hair everywhere. I have, as you know, not personal experience with this, but my daughter does have alopecia totalis. She has almost not one single hair left on her entire body.
Yeah.
And she's 9. She also has autism and she doesn't seem to care.
Right.
Here is a benefit, okay? I'm going to speak truth. Most of the time, people assume she has cancer. And a lot of the times, we get free shit because of it. So... I'm just saying there are some pros if I were to lose all of my hair everywhere. Going around with my hairless daughter... just getting free shit from everyone.
But as an adult, do you think that you would get the same treatment? Like, people see a young child and they're like, oh, cancer. They see you and they're like, yeah, well, I'm so sorry. That'll be $10.99, please.
I'm just saying, if there's a team of what looks like cancer patients, there's 2 of us.
Oh,
I think that adds on to it. So, although,
for sure.
Admittedly, in all seriousness, I'm not sure how I would feel. I am sure. I would hate to lose all of my hair. I really would. So, that, I kind of agree with that placement for me on a misery index, 79.5. Spouse has a year-long affair. I'm going to say both of those things are definitely worse than a cricket making noise in my room all night.
For sure.
The way this game is, I'm going to assume that being alone and depressed on Christmas in my underwear with cheese doodle powder all over me on the couch, sobbing. I'm sobbing in my imagination. I'm going to say that's probably also worse than a cricket making noise in your room all night.
Yeah, because at least if you're alone and you got a cricket in your room, you got a friend.
Well, that just put a whole new optimistic spin on there I was not expecting. Okay, but here's the other thing, too. For me, that's cricket making noise in my room all night's not that bad. Let's just say I've lived in numerous places where the activity outside of the dwelling was quite loud all night long. Whether that was in the heart of Hollywood or where I live now, right by the EMT, the police station, and the fire station. What I'm trying to say with all of this is, I know how to sleep through some stuff now.
Okay, but let me ask you this.
After all of that.
Let me ask you this, okay? Have you ever had the smoke detector chirping all night and you can't get it to stop?
No, but the smoke detector is a lot more chirpy and loud than a cricket.
Even when it does the little chirp every 30 seconds?
Not to my... No, I can't recall that ever happening.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyhow, so I'm going to put that at maybe a 10. See, here's the other thing, too. Some people are super annoyed by repetitive sounds, no matter what the sound is. The fact that it's repetitive is what is annoying. To me, it's more the sound than the repetitiveness that's the annoying part.
Yeah.
So I don't find the sound of crickets particularly annoying. I actually kind of like the sound of crickets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I'm putting it at a 10. I think I can sleep through that pretty easily.
I bet you it's higher. It's going to be closer to 25. Watch.
All right. I'm going to put it at 24. Final answer.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's 10.
Let's find out what it is. I have the card over on my end, so I will check this out now. 15.1.
I think we tied on that one, though.
I think we did tie. How complicated do you want to get? Should we do a tiebreaker by score difference?
What do you mean?
So, for instance, I said 24. I was off by whatever 24 minus 15.1 is.
So you got 8.9.
So it's 8.9 off. You go mute was 95.5, and you had said 85, right? Did you say?
No, I said 86. Pretty sure I said 86. 9.5.
So I was closer in the number of mine as well. So I would say that I won that one. So we are...
Yes.
Because if we'll recall, in round 1 where you lost, it's now 2 Heather, 0 Ryan. I'm kidding.
I was going to say, I won that last one there.
You were all concerned that I would cheat and keep the score wrong, so I just wanted to rub it in. It's officially tied. 1 for Heather, 1 for Ryan, and... I get the gloating rights trophy.
Whatever.
Until next time. So before we leave, I just want to reiterate, you can go to our website, thepoliticsfreepodcast.com, and at the bottom, you can scroll down, you can leave us a voicemail or send us an email. Want to find out where eczema is on your misery index, if that's something that you deal with. We talked about that in round 1.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I can't believe I didn't bring this up in the last episode, but if you have legitimately had to run through a baseball-sized hailstorm, could you please voicemail us that story? Because I really need to know what happened. Did you break things? Or not? Yeah, were you concussed? How did you survive? These are questions we need to know. Well, that is all we have for today's episode of the Politics Free Podcast. Thanks for stopping by. If you've been enjoying the podcast, we'd love it if you would share it by telling somebody about it. Make sure that they search the full name of the podcast, the Politics Free Podcast, if they look in their podcast app, or you could just text them a link to an episode you like, or you could share it on social media. That would be much appreciated. And that is all we have until next time.
Until next time.